That's our culture. That's our way of life. Knowledge, wisdom. And that thing that be quiet, not talk so much. And knowledge, wisdom is everybody around you. Knowledge, everything around you. That's knowledge, wisdom. Wisdom is the manifestation of everything that exists. So everything you see is a manifestation of knowledge. It's wisdom. It's knowledge being made manifest to form. That's why Allah gave us the mathematics. That's what makes our lessons our lessons. Those we had the ability to interpret. The Muslims had this lesson for over 40 years. More than that, 60 years. And they still can't interpret. The only thing they know about them lessons is they heard us speak when they was building with us. We was sparking their asses up. They came to challenge us. I couldn't understand how babies that had knowledge for 3 months was able to read a minister's butt who had knowledge for 20, 30 years. They couldn't understand that. How can these babies have that ability? And they only had knowledge for 3 months. Because we have mathematics. That's our foundation. That's what we teach. We teach living mathematics. We live living mathematics. Nothing other than that. Our lessons are interpreted through mathematics. We're the population, the original nation. It ain't talking about an amount of people. It's talking about a type of people. How do we know? Because of mathematics. Because the 17 plus 2 million Indians making 19 million lets you know that you got a group of people, a civilization. But now let's guard the Greek in this one of 40. You got a civilization. And that's what? Adding on with their wisdom. You got a civilization that's teaching what? Make knowledge born. That's the 19 million. You make that knowledge born. The explanation gave the devil civilization in 1914. When law showed and proved that according to our lessons, 1914 was actually 1964. The 1914 means when a law born knowledge about that's what 1914 means. It ain't doing the year 1914. The day you get knowledge of yourself, that's the year 1914. Because that's the expiration date of the devil's civilization on your planet. Not this planet, on your planet. You gotta clean up your own backyard before you clean up anybody else's. So you gotta be born. That's what the Africans taught. They taught it in drama. A star, Set, Isis, Baru, Tahuti. These are African gods. Europeans thought they believed more than one god, which they did not. That was one god. All of them was one god. Asar, Osiris, killed by Set. Man mastered by his lower nature. He's dead. He mentally dead. Why? Because you allowed his lower nature to master him. Set killed Asar, Osiris. Now Isis came, he cut his body up in 14 different parts and buried him all over the planet. Isis went and gathered all of them, wrapped them up, hold them together. That was the first mummy. She found every part except his penis. She straddled him anyhow and got pregnant with his son, Baru. That was the first immaculate conception. All allegorical, all symbolic, all dramas that were taught that people could interpret it and figure out what the hell they was talking about. The whole thing is telling you that the black man was wrong. When Haru was born, Haru wanted to avenge his father's death, So he went to kill Seth, because Seth killed his father. But Tahuti came, and Tahuti said, no, you can't kill Seth. Seth is also a god. You can master him and control him and make his power yours. That's what we do each and every day. Set is our lower nature. Muslims made Set Satan. Christians call him Satan. But they all got that from the teaching of our ancestors. Set is our lower nature. You can't kill it, but you can master it. You a crackhead, a dope fiend, an alcoholic, a womanizer. No matter what you are, your lower nature has mastered your spirituality. Now when Isis, the part of you that makes you get knowledge of yourself, impregnates herself with the new you, and you give birth to yourself. The new you, Baruch, the son of God. Because you mastered the beast. That's what Revelation talk about. Who dared you battle with the beast? Only the Lamb. And who is the Lamb? The Lamb represents someone who has gone into the study. The initiate. Right? So the beast that we battle is ourselves, our lower nature. Who made devil? And where he made him from? The devil was the weakness that existed within the original man, and Yaakov grafted out of him and put in the form of flesh. So we can look at it, see it was a devil, and by seeing that it was a devil, we realize, oh shit, that came out of me. That has the potential of living in me if I allow it. You let sin master you. You allow your lower nature. When you conquer your lower nature, you tame the beast. You didn't kill the beast, you tamed it. Look at the Sphinx. The Sphinx is the emblem of a man who conquers his lower nature. Because it's the head of a man on the body of a beast. But the beast is up on all fours. The beast is down on his hind. He's tamed. So the Sphinx represents a man who tamed his lower nature. The Sphinx represents God. That's how you become God. You can master your lower nature. A lot of things get knowledge of themselves, but they haven't conquered that beast. Because after they get knowledge of themselves, they still become crackheads, dope fiends, pimps, and use the knowledge they got for their devilishly. So until you master that beast, until you take them four devil's heads, whatever they may be for you, you are not God. You may have the knowledge of God. You may be God by nature, but not God by manifestation. God by manifestation means you do God. You do it each and every day. And you master the beast. Now, all that power you had when you was a crackhead, or a dope fiend, a pimp, or whatever you was, that was power. A pimp got power. Crackheads stay up 5 damn days, no need no rest. That's power. Dope fiends to scramble up money to get a hit. That's power. But now, when you conquer that beast, you ain't losing that power. You still got that same power you had when you was a crackhead, a dope fiend, a pimp, or whatever you was. But now that power is yours. Now you controlling that power. Now that power that was used for negativity becomes your strength. You are now the Sphinx. Tame the beast. You are the son of God they speak about in the Bible. And come the last day in time, take the devil off your what? Planet. Your own planet. This is what we must do each and every day by teaching the baby. That's all we gotta do is teach the baby. How many of y'all are teaching right now, other than your, well, if you got babies, you have got your own physical baby. But other than your physical baby, how many of y'all is out here right now teaching babies? Peace, Azrael. Peace, God, Bishmi. Peace, God. I'm talking about that a baby could get up here and quote some lessons and say, he taught me that. That's what it's about. That's what we gotta do. Teach the baby. And they'll be here later. We got a crew coming from Nubia. Right? Earth and God. I had a young girl with me the other day, God. He ain't no lesson. And Asia Mean got him now. So we went to meet Powerful at Fort Greene. The whole class was there on Friday. On the way from Nubia to Fort Greene, before we got off the train at Jason Borough Hall, he knew all his mathematics. And he never seen it before. He knew all his mathematics, from around to there to here. In a matter of, you can say minutes, wasn't even no hour. In a matter of minutes, he knew his mathematics. And that's a young guy that just got knowledge. Their brains is better than our brains. It took me a while to learn 120. But I'm talking about them babies, you teach them when they're young, and they'll be stronger than we ever imagined. We couldn't even imagine the strength of them babies to manifest when they get of age. Because they getting it now that they're young. We got this shit, I got it, I was old. I'm 60 years old, we'll be in August. Quality cipher. I had knowledge of soap for 40 years. I had knowledge of soap for the amount of time that our father was on this planet. The father, to me, would have been a baby. He'd have been a young God. He was only 40. That's young. He was a young God. And look what he did. And look what he did in his youth. He created a nation that no one has been able to duplicate since. And he's the only one that doesn't get recognized by anybody. But I'll watch him like it is with Villanova today. Man, it's even hard. They go with the Adam Payne Collins, Marvin Garvin, Nick Sabari, all the leaders of our people, so-called leaders. Martin Luther King, they were great people. But now one was mentioned as far as the land. They showed the bookstore, they showed the bars, where all the jazz players hung out, but they did not show the school.
We was a great part
Devon, at one point in the show, it looked like you could see where the Harlem Office State Building.
Yeah.
I wasn't focusing in the background, but I thought it might have showed the school. If you had looked deep in the background, you might.
Not deliberately.
You know what I'm saying, son?
Yo, bro, let me tell you something like that.
Hey, God speak. Let the God speak.
Greatest secret never told.
Right, exact, God. The greatest secret ever told.
Can I say one
What?
more thing?
Yeah, God.
And as important as what Allah contributed at that time by being with Mayor Lindsay, establishing the urban school for us, and establishing everything. Also, he was the one that implemented the 99-year laws for us to be protected in the poverty statuses.
Peace.
That's all I want to say, because Allah did something that's greater than all of them did.
Peace.
And
You
he's not
right, exact,
recognized
God.
and respected for it. But I wrote it up in a 60-page report to the Supreme Court.
Peace, God.
Peace,
God. You know what, God?
Little God.
We got to teach this knowledge. People got to know the greatness of our Father. They see our greatness. They couldn't even imagine his greatness. He was supreme. We come as many. He came by himself. He came by himself and did not create no nation of religious followers or no Muslims or no Israelites. He bore God. He was the first person on this planet that was able to so improve the reality of God. He wasn't the first person that knew he was Allah. He wasn't the first. Malcolm X's brother said he was Allah long before the fathers. But he wasn't ordained to be the one that showed proof. They had him committed to a mental institution. Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X, his own brother, had him committed. He got to be crazy and he's saying he God. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the gall of them people committing the Father when Elijah Muhammad first degree said, "Who is the original man?" That's why I tell you, God, them are not their lessons. Their job was to bring us that knowledge. That was our knowledge. Farah didn't invent that shit. He got it from somewhere else.
I was taught that law was no more than an envelope. That
That's
the
all he
messenger
was,
no
God.
more than the writing in the letter in the envelope, and it was a letter to Allah. I'm just giving it to
Allah was the one.
And it was given to Allah.
You ever seen that movie, The Matrix? You ever seen that movie, The Matrix?
Yes,
in the Matrix, all of them knew the shit that was taking place. All of them knew. But the signs of the Matrix was, they was waiting for the one. With all that knowledge they had, they couldn't do nothing until that one. And when that one came, he emptied that other motherfucker and blew him up from the inside out. That was the Father. He was the one. Everybody had the knowledge, but he was the one that came to show the proof that the black man is God. And we here today. And he got to get his name recognized. I know it's the greatest secret ever told. Because it's being withheld. It's not being withheld by us. We got memorials. We got memorials. You got the Vietnam Memorial. You got the Korean War Memorial. World War. You got memorials for every damn thing. For the 6 million Jews that was killed. You got memorials for all them. You ain't got one memorial for our ancestors that were murdered from the shores of Africa to here. At least 60 million died before they got here. And the millions more after that. That ain't nothing to 6 million Jews. But not one state, and every state in this country owns slaves. Not one state has a memorial up for our ancestors, slaves, Indians alike, that died, were murdered, raped, and massacred at the hands of these Europeans. Why don't we have a damn memorial? The hell with reparations. We want a memorial. We need a memorial.
Give us some of that money too.
That's what we need. We can make our own money, God.
Yeah, I know that.
But a memorial is respect due.
Yes, sir.
And they ain't got none of that. They ain't honor our ancestors, and they not gonna honor Allah. It's up to us to get a picture of the Father and put it up in the African Poetry Theater. They told me, you right, brother. When I spoke to the brother, he said, God, just get a picture and I'll put it up. I'm trying to find the right picture to put up there. So when they see it, they see God and God. This is the Father. He being taught today. We is young. We is babies. I don't care how old we are.
He did the greatest job. He taught the baby.
That's
While
right.
everybody else was just
Allah's only 40 years old. I'm 60 years old. And I'm a lost baby.
He taught the children.
I'll be his baby when I get to be 90. I'll be his baby. Alright? I bored you all enough. Peace, God. I'm gonna cut off my wisdom and give inequality. So y'all can
Peace, my name is Sabo Supreme, resting in Pennsylvania in the Pocono Mountains. When I came here to the Parliament, I just arrived around 3:30. And I looked and I didn't see a cipher down there. I said to myself before I got out the car, I said, I'm gonna get up in that cipher down the hill and I'm gonna say, why are we not on the top of the mountain? Everybody else is on the top of the mountain. I know they don't want God on the top of the mountain. And we've been down there subjugated long enough. Why can't we go back on the top where we belong? Surprise, surprise, surprise. I'm glad. Peace.
Peace.
Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace.